Stop me if you've heard this before. Bad team, no fans, bad ownership. Yeah, that sounds a lot like the Oakland Athletics situation, and we all know about the Oakland A's situation and how they could not get a deal with Oakland. They are now going to Sacramento for the interim period before they move to Vegas in just a few years. And the White Sox have been in Chicago for a very long time. The quote-unquote story franchise that has had its struggles throughout the years. The owner, Jerry Reinsdorf, is an owner. He's not really committed to the bit, really. He owns the Chicago Bulls, the Chicago White Sox, and a lot of people in and around the game, fans, don't really like Jerry Reinsdorf, and the White Sox have won a World Series under his belt 20 years ago, but other than that, this White Sox club has had little to no success, and as long as I've been watching baseball, the White Sox have never been really good, and they had a little window open a couple of years ago. Remember that young core, Robert and Eloy Jimenez and Yoan Moncada. Tim Anderson was pretty good. They had a little core there. The window closed just as fast as it opened. And now once again, this team is a really bad team with really no direction to go. They don't really have a ton of young prospects that are essentially going to save this franchise anytime soon. White Sox are in a weird predicament where they need a stadium deal. And they've been asking Chicago, talks with Chicago, and the Bears also need a new stadium deal. And so the White Sox and the Bears need new stadiums. Who's going to get the new stadium? Are the people going to agree to pay a tax bill to fund the new stadiums? That we don't know yet, but White Sox have released stadium renderings in a downtown area of Chicago of a brand new ballpark. And this brand new ballpark looks really nice. I will admit it looks really nice. It would be really cool if this stadium did get built to be one of the best stadiums in baseball. But that's still a long ways to go. I'm not sure the White Sox and Chicago are going to come to an agreement. Recall the A's relocated to Vegas about a couple of years ago, and sure enough, they did relocate to Vegas. So I'm starting to see some trends here with the Chicago White Sox and how they are laying the groundwork, per se, for a relocation. First, Jerry Reinsdorf met with Nashville governors during the winter meetings that were in Nashville this past winter. They had a little dinner, sit down. There have been discussions about a potential relocations for the White Sox to move to Nashville. Of course, Nashville is one of the front runners for a expansion team, just like Las Vegas was. Nashville also going to be out of the running because they're going to get the White Sox in a relocation. I'm not too sure, but Nashville, it seems like it's almost inevitable they're going to get a baseball team. I know Charlotte's been out there as well, so somewhere out there in the Southeast, a baseball expansion team might be in play, or a relocation team. In this case, with the White Sox. Guaranteed Rate Field is one of the most cookie-cutter ballparks you will ever see, well known as the bottom 5 ballpark in baseball. Does it get the job done? Yeah, but it's really boring and really stale, if you will. White Sox need a new ballpark. It's a horrible team that is currently 3-16 as of the recording of this video. They are on pace for a ton of losses. They are worse than the Oakland A's right now. I don't think anybody saw that coming. We knew the White Sox would be a bad team. But to be worse than the A's and their situation, that's really bad. They're one win worse than the Marlins. They're the worst team in baseball right now. Their manager, Pedro Grifol, has really nothing to say, no direction of leading this team anywhere. And so I'm worried about the White Sox and the relocation. Of course, the White Sox are a second fiddle to the Cubs in that city. I'm not here to bag on White Sox fans because I know White Sox fans exist. The White Sox fans will pack the stadium during the summer on a Saturday night or whatever. Like, I've seen that stadium pack on a Saturday, but other than that, it's really empty, and a lot more empty than it should be in Chicago, right? So that is something to be wary of if you're MLB. What do you do with the White Sox? Ideally, you want Jerry Reinsdorf to sell the team because this guy is a horrible owner. I realize that he is a horrible owner. The Bulls are horrible every time. The Bulls and the White Sox, the Bulls especially, are the epitome of mediocrity. The White Sox are just horrible. So he really needs to sell the team and give a new owner a chance to kind of lead this franchise in a better direction, because right now, under Jerry Reinsdorf's lead, they are going nowhere, and they're going nowhere fast. The White Sox have been shut out 7 times already in like 20 games. So that is not a good thing if you're getting shut out 7 times in 20 games. 38 runs in 19 games. They're averaging 2 runs a game. That's just ridiculous. Major league team, and White Sox are in trouble. I'm calling my shot now. The White Sox are in danger of relocating, whether it's to Nashville, Charlotte, somewhere else. I think this White Sox team is in danger of relocating. But let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. Do you think the White Sox will ever leave Chicago? They've been there for a long time. It seems kind of surreal. I think there's a pretty good chance.